Okay. All right, everybody. As you can see, we are here. We are going to play Vault Hunters 3rd Edition, and this is going to be a fresh world. I've had some other ones, so I have previous experience. But with this one, I just want to start out new. I like the game setting to be on hard, um, primarily for the villagers, so they don't die when the zombies infect them. But we can talk more about that later. Just on normal, they can die, and then you lose your villager. So we're just going to name it, Vault Hunters Third. I don't like to turn the cheats on, so I'm going to leave those off. There are some game rules in here that you can change if you like, but I like the way that the game is already set up. The only thing that I do like to change is the quest expert mode, and you'll see what that does in the game. I'm going to leave it off for this playthrough. And I'm also going to set the vault difficulty on easy, simply because I have not beat the mod pack yet, and I would like to do that on an easy setting because when I try to play on normal, I end up dying a lot. So I'm just not there yet. So this is what we're going to do. We're not going to change any of the world settings or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and get into the world. Okay, and as you can see, we're in a fresh world here. You can start off by reading these books here that they give you. We will go through them together simply so we can understand better to what we need to be. Vault Hunters is a progression-based action RPG game. It is aimed to be played over a long period of time and has many accessibility settings to customize the experience of the playthrough. In this mod pack, the goal is to progress through the game by running vaults. Vaults are located in another dimension that can temporarily be entered by the player. Each vault contains loot that will enhance the gameplay. Progressing through the vaults also gives vault experience. Level advancement is a crucial element of this mod pack. Chromatic iron is an ore that can spawn in plentiful veins below Y32, negative 32, sometimes exposed to the surface. When mined, it yields raw chromatic iron. The amount of raw chromatic iron dropped per ore can be increased with fortune. That's just like other normal ores. And then this over here is just saying we smelt it, and we get the chromatic iron ingots. We will kind of hang on to these until we get there. As it stands, we need to find chromatic iron before we can really do anything. Now, there is a quest book. I throw it away because it takes up inventory space. I'll keep this book for now so we can read through it. But if you hit the right bracket button, it will bring up your quest overview for Vault Hunters. And this is pretty much already what we read through in the first book there. The quest line here is set up to teach you about the game and kind of getting into everything. So for right now, this doesn't require anything to be done other than click the checkbox, and that will give us some vault steak. It's our first food. The next quest that we need to do is find, chromatic iron. But in order to do that, we're going to have to find regular iron, stone, work our way up through the progression. Now, in this mod pack, the armor varies differently than in normal Minecraft. There's no protection enchant, there's no sharpness enchant. So there's a statistics page if you default H to bring it up. And you can see your damage, your health. And over here on the right are other stats that are important for what's happening inside the vault. They do affect your outside the vault stuff, as in like the damage and your range, etc. But this screen here on the right will give you the rundown of all your stats, and it's going to be on your gear, and we'll get into that once we start getting some more gear. These are the gods. We'll talk about those more. They don't come into play until you're level 40. So right now we have 0 talent ability points, so we can't really do anything here. But it's just kind of a, we see Vein Miner dash is kind of like a fireworks rocket. You can just use at any point. You have a heal to heal you because inside the vault you do not regenerate health as normal. The only way you can do that is through heal, potions, or later on lucky hit. There's a totem like this. And then I think you can use golden apples still. There's a whole load of talents here. Each increases certain attributes of your character. You can move faster, mine faster, hit harder. It's a lot like the first 3 are a lot like the beacon effects from the original vanilla Minecraft. And then there's just some other ones that give you more ability, power, mana regen. We will again talk about that once we start getting into our vaults. There are also expertises that you can gain every 5 levels, and each one will do kind of a different thing for you. But again, unfortunately, all this is not really necessary or relevant until you start getting to vault. So let's just start off normal Minecraft, punch a tree. This is typically where I said in the beginning I like to take the quest on expert mode because it allows the quests in this tab to be completed in any order. The way it's set now is I have to complete Chromatic Iron before I can go to Vault Stone. And the reason that I like to do that is because here at the Skills and Talents one, it actually gives you 1 skill point, and it doesn't require you to do anything, much like the first quest. Just check and you get the reward. But I figured in this way, we'll do it, the way it was intended to be done for people who are, beginners. But I really hate doing stuff without vein miners. That's almost always the first skill that I take, simply because it, in my opinion, makes life a lot easier. Because I could have mined this whole tree in like 2 seconds instead of 2 minutes. Let's take a look at our map, see if there's any villages that I can see, something that we could get a bit of a kickstart from. And I don't see anything right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a boat, since we're really surrounded by a lot of ocean here. I see a ruined portal here, and that looks like it's all I can see at this moment. It's always a good source for gold. So let's get started by making a boat. This is also another feature of the mod pack. It's called JEI, and you can simply search for what you want to craft. And when you have the materials in the crafting table, you can just click the recipe, and I'll show you here in a second what I mean by that. And it will move everything that you need into place automatically. We'll grab our boat, pick up our crafting table, and we'll become the Pirate King, apparently. And this, I feel this is an easier way to explore. It's quicker than running around. It doesn't require you to use a lot of food, and we can cover a lot of ground quickly. It'll open up our map rather fast so we can see if there are any villages. It's going to be the best start, I feel, to try and find a village and get some supplies from that. That over there looks like a sandbar. Kind of thought it might have been a sunken temple the way it was shaped. There's a ship over here that we can loot. We usually have a buried treasure map. Sometimes you can find a heart of the sea when you find the treasure. All of which can be used in the vault altar in making crystals, which we'll get into as soon as we get our chromatic iron and our vault stone. We're just going to go down and check out what we can get here. If I can get close enough. Just going to go ahead and take everything. And I'm drowning. Hitting the door. That was a Lexica Botany. No, that was Okay, so we got a little bit of food in the suspicious stew. The iron is really good. We can go straight to making an iron pick instead of being forced to start with stone. And then there's also the buried treasure map. We can go ahead and see. Inland. It's usually on the shore, in my experience. He really doesn't want me to get out of here. How embarrassing. Got stuck on my boat. It is getting to be nighttime, so we need to kind of keep a lookout for sheep. There's a bunch. So we can make a bed. Let's go ahead and turn the rest of that. And unfortunately for the progress of the game, sheep's gotta die. Go ahead and make our first bed. Plunk it down. It's about to be nighttime. Nighttime equals scary zombies and skeletons. Also, can't forget the creepers. Could you go faster, sir? Please and thank you. As I don't need really anything else from the sheep right now, I'm not going to kill any more of them. Eventually, you know, gotta eat. I'm going to pick up a couple of these pumpkins. They'll be a valuable resource later when I need to start making farms for them. I see some coal over there we can grab. We can also go ahead and make our iron pick right now. And isn't it iron pick? Also, with the type of biome that this is, sometimes you'll see. This looks like a gravel biome, though, but sometimes you'll see stone and you can find some exposed iron fairly easily. That doesn't look to be the case here. So we'll just go over here, grab that coal that I saw, and then finish. Oh, that might be a good place to start right there, actually. It looks like it goes fairly deep, fairly quick. And there's a water source that I can swim back up. And also, I am using some shaders, so when I go under, uh, underground into the cave system, it's going to look a lot more lit than it may for you. And that's simply so that you can see that a little better. It doesn't always translate well to YouTube if the image is dark, and then there's an issue with not being able to see, and it kind of, I don't like that. So still not seeing any type of village though. There's another portal there. I almost forgot about this. Looks like it's going to be in and amongst all this gravel here. I suppose I could probably make a shovel that this would go a little better. And then put down my table again. I'm just going to leave it here for right now because I saw that little ravine over there that I'm going to go check out in a minute. I know there's a trick to this. There's like you can turn on the, look at that. This is gorgeous right here. 5 diamonds right off the bat. I don't think we could ask for much more, honestly. You need that, you'll need obsidian to make your vault altar, so that means, we're going to have to get some diamonds, but fortunately, we've already found some. It's still really important to light up the tunnels, even though we may not get missing light, as it were. But that does not mean mobs will not spawn. Simply because it visually doesn't look dark does not mean it is not light level 0, and therefore mobs will spawn. And you can see as soon as we kind of get under something above our head, it changes to the view of, what's under versus what's on the overworld. So you see, we'll jump back out here, and it kind of goes back to the top view. Probably end up spending the first few days underground. That's where we need to find some of our basic resources, including the chromatic iron from the quest book that we talked about earlier. I'm going to back up here. There's a spider over here. I can hear it doing its bit at me. And we're just going to beat it to death with a shovel. Perhaps a bit unpleasant for the spider, but alas. See, I'm already out of inventory space. I'll go grab that crafting table and put it up. Make a chest that we can dump our inventory into for right now. And I should probably actually get some more. Ooh, that was almost a hasty death. The creepers I was talking about, they just like to sneak up on you and explode. 0 puns intended. I think what I'll do is eat one of these stews, and then I can kick out the... And you get a achievement for that. That's a vanilla one, though. Just eat the stew. Gotta make myself an axe. Would be better than the wooden one we had. I like to take kind of as many vanilla-esque resources as I can into the caves, because I really never know how long I'm going to be down there, so I don't like to run out of wood. I need to make another crafting table or a chest to store something that I can come back to later. Normally I would probably forget where it's at, but this game has waypoints enabled, so if you just push U by default, it'll bring up your waypoint screen, and you can simply add one that says, chests. This is where my stuff's at, and clearly I have caps lock on. And then that will actually show in the world and on your map. So even if you're way over here, you'll see it. And then when you look to it on the horizon, you can actually see the sea from anywhere on the map, and it'll just kind of show up in your upper left-hand corner there. You can see as I move away from it, and then you can navigate back to it from anywhere. It just makes it a lot easier. I don't need that, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this one for now, and that will come in handy later. Just gonna torch this up. This is gonna kind of be our little temporary base of operations, if you would say that. And I don't want anything to spawn here, so we got to keep it above light level 0. I don't want to mine all of this coal though, because hopefully I can get to the enchanting quest quickly, and even if I can't, I may make it prior to the quest being up, and then you can just actually break it, pick it up into your inventory, and it will act as if though you had crafted it right at that point. That's kind of a little cheeky workaround if you know the mod pack a little bit better than your friends or whoever you're playing with. Where did I put the crafting table? I've lost it already. I actually don't think I brought it with me. So this is the story of Minecraft. Just end up with 800 crafting tables throughout the world, and then you're walking back past later on. Boom, crafting table. I'm going to go ahead and make our first 2 chests. I suppose just put them right here for now. And get rid of the stuff that we don't need. I am going to set my spawn here, just in case. Haphazardly fall upon a creeper. Or you may haphazardly fall upon me, is the reality of it. Those torches back. Yeah, that's a creeper. Aren't they lovely? And that is why it is so important to have your area lit up. I don't even know where that guy wandered in from, but he came from somewhere. Probably down there. Scared me half to death. And I'm actually going to go ahead and make... no, I'm not. I'm just going to use my axe. I was going to make a diamond sword, but I don't want to waste those 2 diamonds in case I can't find any more. So you need them for the enchanter. You need the 2 diamonds there, so I'm going to hold on to them in case I don't find any more right now. And we'll start heading down. What we're looking for right now is just some iron. This is mostly just for tools right now. We'll very quickly progress past the vanilla level of iron and diamonds and such once we start getting into the actual mod pack and the vault gear. Again, we're just gonna keep everything nice and lit up. As you saw, we looked at our quest book here, and it told us we got to go below Y level 30. That's interesting because I believe the book says 32. That's below Y level 5. It does say Y32. Interesting. Not a bug or anything, I'm sure. It's just something that was overlooked, perhaps. I am out of torches, so that's why I don't have any. It's probably going to take us to a dead end or outside, but I see some light, so it looks like. Okay, that's one of my torches from earlier, so it just circles around right there. So some more iron here. I do, however, realize this isn't the most fun, but I don't want to be that mining off camera guy. But I will try to keep it entertaining and to a minimum. So there are times when that's probably going to be a reality, simply so we're doing gameplay and not just mining. I was really hoping this led somewhere deeper, but it doesn't seem like it's going to. There are some caverns directly under us, so I can see on the map. So what we can do, kind of line myself up with it, dig down. Looks like I'm going to run kind of out of the cave if I keep going that way, so I'm going to turn. I can hear that skeleton creeping around down there. They are like the most dangerous creatures at the beginning of this mod pack because the range damage is it's really awful. There's some diamonds right there already. So I'm going to kind of sneak them over here. Hopefully there's more than one, but unlikely. Okay, we got even more than that. This is an unusually plentiful vein for up this high. Like old Minecraft standards right around -12 before they did the caves and cliffs. It made the world a lot deeper. Another skeleton. Strafing is probably the best way to avoid their attack. Just simply moving left or right because it's linear. A spawner. God, I hate creepers. Another one. If you could see me, it's like I instinctively back away from the screen, even though it clearly cannot hurt me. Name tag and beetroot seeds are actually really good. We already have pumpkins, but the 2 buckets are going to be good. The rest of it will take. And I'm going to leave this tin. I don't need that for anything. It's for a vault. For a mod pack later on, which I don't even have access to. That's one of the things you have to unlock through research your mods that you want to be able to use drawers, Botania, create thermal expansion, mechanisms. So everything is kind of gated behind research, and that's kind of what the idea is, that you go into the vault, get the loot that you need in order to research these, progress, grind, and just have a good time while we're doing it. This is kind of there's some vault stone. We're gonna need that. But this is where the waypoints come in handy. So I'm gonna put one here for my stairs. That way I'll know where to head back out. I feel like getting lost in the caves is one of the easiest ways to lose your stuff. And yet again, I forgot to make more torches. I'm not going to mine this right now because I don't think it will count for my quest. So it's so close to the stairs, I'm not going to mark this. I'll be able to find it relatively easily, I feel. And we're just going to keep going down because we have to be below negative Y30. And we have just achieved that as we're at negative 34. So we can start seeing the chromatic iron anywhere in this kind of region area. But this doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Get here, zombie. I think there was a little bit of a downhill over here too. Check out. That's a huge thing of vaultstone. I think that runs all the way through that area right there. Actually dropped his bow. That's a big problem with skeletons. They just eat your HP, and therefore you're gonna use a lot of your food just to kind of sustain the damage that they do to you. There's another spawner right there. Sounds like another zombie. A notch apple? Sure is. Actually gonna take one of the buckets I got and grab this. Make myself a little bridge. Need this for a quest later on. Can also be a good fuel source if you run out of coal or don't have access to it easily. Dead end. This looks like a bit up that way. A lot of good iron right here. That's actually probably an iron vein. There's the prize. This is what we need right here, the chromatic iron. It's unfortunate where it's placed. I'm just gonna have to like kind of bridge over to it via the wall there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we need one more. Yeah. I don't want to mine it all again because I don't have fortune yet. and it's kind of a waste. So we're just going to do that real quick. And then that leads us on to finding vault stone, which we've already done. We've seen a couple large chunks of it on the way down here. Just going to go back a little bit and grab some of that. Why it's important that we light up. We don't have any mobs on the way back. Go this way. The dead end, maybe? Yeah. This is kind of like why waypoints can be important. It's really easy for me to lose my way even with a map. There it is right there. I think this was also 16. Okay. I forgot that we're going to need diamonds for the vault altar as well, which is good that we picked up some more. Although we still don't have any obsidian, that's going to be kind of a requirement real quickly. And I need water. Pour over the lava. Just going to go ahead and evade. He's pretty rude. Keep my eyes open for some water on the mini map. I see so much lava, but I feel like our stuff was right around here somewhere. Here we are. Okay, so I know from doing this before, we're going to need to make some regular stone since we don't have silk touch yet. Got to keep that with me. So that's where we're going to start. We are going to get ourselves a furnace, maybe two. Put the iron in one, three. Each piece of coal will burn 9, I believe. So for this one, we'll just need 2. Actually, I didn't. I need to do cobble. You'll see why in a second. I think we might even need obsidian for the altar. So I'm probably going to have to go back down to one of those lava areas. Let me check. Vault. Altar. Yeah, we need to. Okay. See some water. I hear some water. I don't know if my sound's loud enough for you guys to hear that or not, but I definitely can hear the water. Oh, it's the one that kind of brought us down. So I want to take it. Pretty much have to. Goodness. Now we need to go find some lava. I'm trying to remember if there was some. It doesn't look like I came this way yet. I thought I did though, but apparently not. Let me go back up. I know there was some that wasn't very far from where I started. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump up out of here. This is like one durability left. Toss it out. Don't need it. And we're just heading back down to where the lava was so we can get some obsidian. Looks like there's a pool over here. We can go check that out. I don't hear it, so I think it might be below. What I don't want is fall into it. Which would have happened. Oh, it's just a single lava source. We're gonna need 10 for the nether portal, to cut corners, 2 for the vault altar, and 3 for an enchanting table. I feel like. Before, when I was looking, I found countless little nooks and crannies that were full of lava, and of course, I can't find any now. It's just taking us back up, and I don't need to go up. Literally back to my bed. Alright, let's try again. No, I was already over here. We'll go this way, downstairs. Gonna further spawn proof this a little bit while I'm here. Kind of right now, there's only like one small path where I can walk. There's a lot of lava on the map now. Let's see where it looks most. I think it's actually above, because this is, nope, it is at the very limit of the world. Isn't that fantastic? But this is where that first level of vein miner would come in very handy. This would get 8 blocks at a time, whereas it's going to take us probably close to 5 minutes just to get 8. After this one, we'll check how many we have. I think maybe about like 11. Not even 9. I think we'll just get 15. And that should be good for now. And then we will head back up and craft our vault altar. This is about as exciting as watching paint dry, hey guys? Go ahead and pick up my water, and we'll head back up. And this is what I was talking about earlier. We can see where the waypoint is at from anywhere in the world, pretty much. So that helps us navigate back to base. Hmm. There it is. All right, so we're going to need the 4-stone that we cooked up earlier. We can go ahead and put our chromatic iron in now. And we can craft bricks. And then our altar. And as you see, we complete a quest. And we'll just go ahead and plop this down right here. Now it's time to craft our vault altar. Placing your vault altar, the vault rock on your vault altar is how you obtain your recipe for a crafting crystal. So we go back, grab one of these rocks, and click it on there. Now the vault altar is going to tell us what we need to make a crystal, but that's going to have to wait until next time. We are out of recording time for our first video. I hope that you join me again as we get into more Vault Hunters next time. Appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe.